I recently entering a 2-minute filming video contest about faith. And as I was finishing up the editing and playing it back and forth, I realized my whole life story is gathering in front of me in this 2-minute video. As I am playing the video, and there's one of the questions in there that I asked. Was it fate that since the time I was born, I was destined to be given away? So you see, I was given away to this Vietnamese lady when I was a day old. This wonderful woman had raised me as her own for 40 years. She was my love, my support, and my everything. She's my adoptive mother. And then my voice comes up again in the video, and another question popped up. Was it fate that I grew up as a mixed race outcast in Vietnam and struggled to blend into that society throughout adolescence with little hope and no future? At that time, my memory time traveled back to when my adoptive mother and I migrated to America. In 1985, we decided that leaving Vietnam was the only hope. We wouldn't let poverty, a communist regime, or a lack of education stop us from achieving our dream. So, therefore, we left the land of our mothers and all the hardships, difficulties, and everything we knew behind, with expectations of finally finding a home and looking forward to a new chapter of my life, my new fatherland called the United States. When we arrived in America, we arrived with nothing, unable to speak a word of English. We were starting from scratch in a foreign country and didn't know anyone. Growing up in America, I was fortunate to make many wonderful friends and received an education that opened many, many doors for me. I also learned a new culture, went to school, married, and became a mother myself with 2 children. But in 2012, it was the darkest time of my life. But let me tell you, watching someone that you love suffer is one of the worst experiences imaginable. All you can do is stay by their side, hold their hands, and try to help smile through the pain. As for me, I sat next to my mother's bed every day in a nursing home until the last day of life. So that's when I lost the love of my life, my support, and my everything. Her death took such a major toll on me. I broke down physically, mentally, and spiritually. I felt lonely, and I had no one to share with. I felt helpless, like a scared child. All the sorrow just made me lose my mind. I imprisoned myself in the house. I didn't want to go anywhere, didn't want to do anything. I became quieter, secretive, resentful. I was depressed to the point that I was unable to stop blaming myself. And I didn't know how I would ever be able to live without her. And I thought that life wasn't worth living anymore. For 4 years, life and family were hard. My grief tore me, my husband and me apart. There were times that I thought I'm going into the Buddhist monastery and shave my head and become a nun. Or maybe just get a divorce. When divorce popped up in my head and I was thinking, what happened to my kids if we're separated? Who would take care of them? But finally, I realized I need help. Therefore, I searched for a coach. My coach helped me change my awareness, shift my thoughts, kept me in line. And at the end, I am here as I am right now, happy. And I also wrote a book to help others. And there's no way I can go back to the past, but I want to revisit them and make necessary to create change. Thank you.